So we have this pizza poll that we launched in social, got the nominations, and now the most important part is the voting. We need you to vote because I'm telling you, late next week, once the Pizza Rushmore is out there, the ones that didn't vote are going to feel like their people got left behind.
I thought you were going to say the most important thing is to send us pizzas.
Well, that too,
Yeah,
but
okay.
you need to get a ballot. We've made it very easy. Just text the word pizza to 470-741-9999, and we will bounce that right back to you, and you can vote, and we'll find out who the four best are, the four best pizzas in Atlanta.
I don't know if you're eating pizza Sunday night, but the Oscars, my Super Bowl are Sunday, and we were talking about this yesterday. Barnes, did you know that SCAD students, over 150 Savannah College of Art and Design students, alumni and students, contributed to 17 nominated films for the Oscars?
That is impressive.
It's unbelievable. So we thought we would bring in an expert. How about that? The Associate Chair, Film and Television for SCAD Design, Quinn Orear, is joining us. Good morning, Quinn.
Hey, Quinn, how are you?
Good morning. Good morning.
So this is really cool. We mentioned this yesterday. So impressive. I mean, I drive by SCAD all the time, but I never know what, I don't know what goes on in there. But who knew that so many Oscars were in development inside that building? So congratulations to you on that.
Thank you so much. Yes, it's truly an amazing feat to have over 150 of our alums having contributed to 17 films that are nominated this year. And we've had representation at the Oscars for many, many years, but this really is a triumph.
I mean, Barnes, movies like Killers of the Flower Moon this year, Maestro, Oppenheimer, The Holdovers, Barbie. Explain some of the courses that you guys, give at SCAD for those that might not understand.
Absolutely. So I'm the associate chair of our film and television department, which has been an award-winning, top-tier film department for several years now. And we teach everything from editing to producing to directing to screenwriting, cinematography. But in addition to our film and television department, other contributing departments that have cross-section, that have the Venn diagram intersection with all of the different folks that would contribute to these films are our animation department, our visual effects department. We actually have a department in sound design and production design. So for the wardrobe and the set decoration, we also have a casting minor. We are actually the only university in the world that has not one but two casting offices that help connect our students and alumni with industry.
That was going to be my next question. Who do you hire? Like, who's in that role to be able to get them in front? I mean, we're talking about No Chop Liver here. I mean, these are like the biggest movies in the business. How do you make that, marry those two up?
Yeah, so former head of casting for CBS, our dean of our School of Film and Acting, Andrew Reeve-Rabb, is our head of our casting office. But actually here in Atlanta, we also have former head of casting for Tyler Perry Studios and BET, Alpha Tyler, working every day in our casting office with our students to connect them with real-world roles.
I know Alpha. She's great.
Well, she's fantastic.
I know. I've met her over the years. She's really nice.
What's even more impressive, I saw that more than 1,000 SCAD students, faculty, and alumni have been cast behind and in front of the camera. So that is really impressive. Now, does anyone actually go to the Oscars?
Yes, absolutely. We'll have alumni present there. I have not yet been invited, which we'll we'll see when that invitation comes our way. But no, it's so fun to get to see on Instagram alumni that are attending, that are getting to be on the red carpet. It's an incredibly rewarding experience.
I don't recall ever hearing a SCAD shout out in any speeches. Has that happened?
That's a good question.
It hasn't happened to my knowledge yet, and I emphasize the yes because we're coming.
Come on, guys. 158 are up for awards this year. Let's get a SCAD shout out in this year's Oscars. Someone's bound to win. I mean, you guys are...
Let's manifest it.
Yeah, 7 of the Best Picture nominees. You have a SCAD. That is just the most unbelievable commercial. Because I get people all the time that ask, how do you get into this business? And there's no real easy answer because, you can go to a prestigious school and get in the radio, TV, and film department. But you guys, that's what you do. And the credibility that comes with even just this year alone is crazy marketing. That's almost like when UGA wins multiple national championships back to back. Their enrollment sky high, really hard to get in. Do you find the same happening with all of your award involvement?
Well, absolutely. And, it actually, for my perspective, it's actually cooler than that. So, for example, we're going back to this idea, we're connecting current students with real-world productions. The incredible film May December, starring Natalie Portman and Julianne Moore, which shot in Savannah, we actually were able to connect 40 current SCAD students to be behind the camera and in front of the camera to work on that production with the filmmakers. And so they're getting that real-world experience so that by the time they graduate, that's why we're seeing so many of our former students stepping confidently onto sets, is because they're getting that experience while they're students.
And a lot of the specialized things, too, that they offer, Barnes, which is really cool. I found one for you.
Me?
Yeah, because I'm looking through everything that they offer, and there is one specialized course, sneaker design. I'm signing you up right now. Or actually, that would really be more for the Steve show.
Yeah, Steve would be all over that.
Yeah.
I did that in New York. They had one time like a little Nike place you would go and design your shoes. I did it and I wore them once.
It's so cool. Film and TV, furniture, fashion. It's all about, go to SCAD, by the way. Go to scad.edu.
I feel like SCAD was an advertiser on 99X at some point.
Maybe.
I remember hearing commercials. Maybe you guys should do it again, because all the creatives we hear, all 8 or 9 of them in town, listen to this station, so it might be a good outlet for you.
Fabulous. Absolutely. And Barnes, we gotta hook you up with our sneaker design minor. Come on over.
The minor.
We'll get you designing your own shoes.
That's all I need. Look, I didn't go to class the first time through University of Texas. I don't think I'm going to make it this time around. But you guys,
I don't know. You didn't come to SCAD, so I wouldn't knock it till you try it.
If SCAD existed at that point, well, I guess it did. You've been around 45 years.
It's incredible.
Had I known. When did it come to Atlanta? When did SCAD come here?
All right, yeah. So SCAD has actually been in Atlanta for 20 years now. We actually established our footprint here in Atlanta in late 2004.
Leslie, did you know I'm going to take you on a SCAD film trip, road trip, field trip is what I was trying to say, this summer?
Is this in France?
Yes, they have. You guys have almost bought up an entire village, Lacoste.
Oh, man. Yes. And I've been there actually twice. I spent 2 summers in Lacoste. It is an incredibly beautiful, inspiring 17th century village that SCAD has moved into and established an amazing location at.
It's called Bought Up. Yeah, you guys almost own the whole thing.
I might not want to come back.
Which is so impressive.
Well, actually, it's interesting, Barnes. A lot of the spaces were actually donated to SCAD because we have such an amazing historic preservation department that we actually took a lot of these buildings that were crumbling and we gave them new life. And so the village, actually, a lot of the buildings were actually donated to SCAD.
Really?
Absolutely.
Have you been, if you went to SCAD over there in Lacoste, did you go down the road to Ridley Scott's winery?
Oh, I have seen it from afar. I've not had the pleasure to actually partake in Mr. Scott's wine cellar, unfortunately.
Listen here, Scadster. They edit Ridley. He edits his movies in the basement of that, like 3 miles from your village in Lacoste.
Hey, are you taking me there too?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Good.
All right.
Well, my trip's planned. Dang.
Well, this is impressive, man. Congratulations to you guys. I want to recap. I want you to email us and let us know how many Oscars you won so we can get it in Celebrity Sleaze after the show on Sunday.
Yes.
This is just the coolest thing ever. That Atlanta is that represented, not only on the streets with all the filming and some movies, of course, that will be up for Oscars, I'm certain, but the fact that you have 158 students just in this year, congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's truly an honor, and thank you for chatting with me today.